Attention passionate Cleveland, BROWNS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Cleveland Browns' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Cleveland Browns fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Cleveland, BROWNS. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you've been paying attention to the NFL news cycle over the past few weeks, you know that the Cleveland Browns are caught in a bit of a fascinating, and perhaps even pivotal, situation when it comes to their quarterback room. The team is in a bit of a limbo, a classic battle for the starting spot that's been drawing a lot of attention across the league. And why wouldn't it? The quarterback position is, after all, the most critical position in football. It can make or break a season, and the Browns are no strangers to that truth. For years, they've been searching for that franchise quarterback, someone who can lead this team back to the promised land, back to the playoffs consistently, and maybe, just maybe, to a Super Bowl victory. But right now, there's a lot of uncertainty. The Browns, as we speak, haven't officially named a starting quarterback for the upcoming season. They're still in the process of evaluating their options, and that's a smart move, honestly. It's a testament to the fact that this team is taking the competition seriously, trying to find the best fit rather than rushing into a decision just for the sake of it. Cleveland has a deep roster of quarterbacks, even if some of them are more seasoned than others. The veteran presence of Joe Flacco is still very much in the mix, and many around the league believe he has the edge, given his experience and leadership qualities. Flacco, the Super Bowl-winning quarterback, has been around the block a few times, and his veteran savvy could be what the Browns need to stabilize the position early in the season. But it's not just about Flacco. The Browns also have a former first-round pick, Kenny Pickett, who's eager to prove himself and earn that starting role. Pickett, despite a somewhat rocky start with the Steelers, has been working hard to develop and learn from his experiences. He's got talent, no doubt, and he's got the potential to be a long-term answer at quarterback if given the right environment and enough opportunities. Cleveland's coaching staff has shown a willingness to give young quarterbacks a shot, especially when the team isn't in a true contention window this season. Their focus seems to be on development, on figuring out which quarterback can grow with the team moving forward. And then there are the rookies, Dillon Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders, who are making noise in training camp and the preseason. Their stories are interesting because they represent the future, but also because they're fighting for a chance right now. Sanders, in particular, got a significant opportunity in the preseason opener due to injuries to the other quarterbacks, and he took full advantage of it. He threw for 138 yards and 2 touchdowns, leading the Browns to a win over the Carolina Panthers. That kind of performance, especially in a debut, can't be ignored. It's the kind of showing that makes you think, could this rookie be a dark horse to crack the depth chart? While it's unlikely that Sanders will start in the season opener, he's definitely made a case for himself, and he's shown that he has the talent and poise to compete at this level. This entire situation is a bit of a chess match. The Browns are weighing their options, and with the team not being expected to contend for a deep playoff run this year, it's a perfect scenario to give a younger guy a shot, to see if he can rise to the occasion. It's a gamble, sure, but sometimes, that's exactly what a franchise needs to do. Let's face it, Cleveland has been searching for a franchise quarterback for what feels like forever. They've tried different guys, different approaches, but nothing has quite stuck. Maybe, just maybe, it's time to see what the young talent can do to give them a real shot to prove themselves. So what happens next? Well, the Browns are expected to release or trade Joe Flacco, creating a clearer path for someone else to step in and take the reins. If they want experience behind center, Kenny Pickett seems like the logical choice. He's been learning, he's been growing, and perhaps now is his time to shine. Cleveland could give him that chance to see if he can be the long-term solution, the quarterback who can lead the team into a new era. Remember, Pickett has been through some tough times with the Steelers, but he's learned a lot from those experiences. He's been in the NFL for a few seasons now, served as a backup to Jalen Hurts last year, and showed flashes of leadership and poise in limited action. That's valuable, especially for a team looking to rebuild or at least find stability at that position. And let's not forget, the Browns have always been a team hungry for a franchise quarterback. That's been the missing piece, the puzzle that's eluded them for years. They've been close, but close isn't good enough when you're chasing that elusive Super Bowl. Sometimes, it's about taking chances, giving a young guy like Pickett or even one of the rookies the opportunity to develop, to grow into that leadership role. Flacco might help them win a few extra games early on, thanks to his experience and clutch performances in the past, but he's not the future. The Browns need to think long-term, and that means giving these young quarterbacks a real shot to show what they can do. This decision, or this process, also reflects the overall strategy of the team. Cleveland isn't in a hurry to make a splash, but they're also not content to just tread water. They want to build something sustainable, something that can last beyond this season. If they decide to start Kenny Pickett or even give Shedeur Sanders a chance, it could set the stage for a new chapter. Imagine a scenario where Pickett, after some time on the bench, finally gets his shot to lead the team to show the fans, "Hey, I'm your guy." It could be a turning point, a moment that defines the future of the franchise. Of course, all of this is still up in the air. The Browns are carefully weighing their options, considering roster moves, and trying to figure out which quarterback can best lead them into the upcoming season. But one thing is clear, this is an exciting time for Browns fans. The potential for a shakeup at quarterback is real, and it could be the catalyst that propels Cleveland into new territory. Whether it's through the development of a young talent or a veteran stepping in temporarily, the next few weeks will be critical. Fans should be paying close attention to training camp reports, preseason performances, and any roster moves that could give us a clearer picture of what's to come. Now, the AFC North is already a competitive division, with teams like the Ravens and Bengals always in the mix. The Browns making a bold move at quarterback could shift the balance of power. If they find the right guy, someone who can lead this team effectively, Cleveland could be a dark horse in the division, maybe even a playoff contender. But if they stumble or continue to search for that elusive spark, it might set them back, giving division rivals an easier path to success. This kind of quarterback competition is nothing new in the NFL, but it's always thrilling for fans because it's rooted in hope. Hope that your team will find that special player who can elevate everyone around him and bring a new level of excitement and success. Browns fans, you've been waiting for that breakthrough for years. And while it might still be a work in progress, the fact that the team is actively exploring their options is a positive sign. It shows they're committed to finding the best solution, even if that means taking some risks or making tough decisions. So, as we watch this story unfold over the coming weeks, remember that it's not just about who starts in Week 1. It's about setting the foundation for the future, about building a team that can compete at the highest level. Cleveland has the talent, the coaching staff, and the passionate fan base to make this work. It's about patience, perseverance, and a little bit of luck. And for Browns fans, it's about staying hopeful, staying engaged, and believing that brighter days are ahead. Because if there's one thing that's always been true about the Browns, it's that they never give up, and they're always looking for that next great chapter. And now, Cleveland Browns fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this quarterback situation? Are you confident that the team will find their guy, or do you think they should stick with Flacco for now? Do you see potential in Pickett or the rookies? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Browns. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Cleveland Browns news. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Browns.